Sergio, how are you?
Hi, Doug. Pretty good, thank you.
Congrat-
Safe.
yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
I know you've coached so many other big games, World Cup gold medal games, Olympic gold medal games, but is this one a little bit more special because of the circumstances?
Yeah, of course, was different, especially because everything happened so fast during today, so we had to readjust tasks, timing, schedule. So we had to go a little bit on the fly. But players did a great job, and the remaining coaches, the few guys left, were great, and the guys who were not with us tonight did a great job also in the game preparation. In the previous days, and Coach Nurse was always there. We had a Zoom call before the game. So this is a teamwork basically. Then there is a guy who got to stay on the sideline and make some decisions, but within Coach Nurse philosophy, this has always been a teamwork, a group task. So I felt pretty comfortable, and I mean, game was not that easy, right? At all. We had a couple of times the chance to probably close it up. We didn't. But at the end of the day, I think it was a pretty good game for us.
Is it fun to coach under those circumstances where you're sort of making it up on the fly and the first time you've been in an NBA game as a head coach? Is it fun for you at all?
Honestly, I didn't feel too much difference with the 1,500
Yeah, yeah.
games I've coached before. I mean, the timeout. There are a few difference, but not really that mattering to make it really something really far away from what you are used to. And as I said, I mean, I felt that we were prepared getting into the game because everybody, made his contribution, and this is what it takes in a team sport like basketball.
Thanks very much, Sergio. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug. Next question is going to go to Michael Grange from Sportsnet.
Hi, Sergio. Good to
Hi,
see
Michael.
you. We saw you interacting on the TV with Kyle towards the end, and I'm just kind of curious about how you and Kyle worked through the game and through the day. Obviously, that's a key relationship.
Well, it was a nice dynamic, like always with Kyle, right? He's very active, but at the same time, he's extremely respectful. When he doesn't agree, and you say, "No, Kyle, we are. I trust this option, so let's do with this option." He's always saying, "Okay, coach, let's go," and he has many good ideas to pick up during the game. So at the end was kind of a little bit about going bigger, going smaller. I was more leaning towards going smaller for the last 3 minutes because we needed to go more into switches and guard. There are five out, five guards offense. So, but I mean, again, I like this kind of players who are really challenging you in a positive way, making you think, giving you a view from the court, which sometimes is different from the view a coach can have from the sideline.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Sergio. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go to Josh Lewinberg from TSN.
Hey, Sergio, congratulations.
Hi, George. Thank you.
Can you describe what this last week has been like for you? I guess a bit of a whirlwind. A week ago at this time, you're in Poland coaching games, and then traveling, the quarantine. What has this week been like, and maybe specifically more in terms of the last few days? When did you find out that this is what was happening here?
Well, I think this is a subject for a book more than for an answer. So basically, I came back on Monday and got tested immediately after the trip from Poland. We played there, played 1 week, played 2 games. Fortunately, we won both games. It was worth, right, the effort to go back and forth. When I got back here, I quarantined. I got tested every day. I traveled by myself to Miami with a car as they totally separated from the player, from the coaches. I got back with the same car later, and then yesterday we had this kind of a situation coming out at the end of the afternoon. I was working on preparing my section, working on the special teams preparation for this game, and all of a sudden the night I got a few texts, and I realized that things were going to change. So from this morning on, we try to reassignate tasks, and coach was on top of everything. AG was the scout for this game. He sent over his stuff. Jama was coordinating everything. John Gigwilly, as always, was sending their play calls. And then when we got here, we meet with other coaches, and then we had this virtual all coaches staff meeting when we end up defining our game plan, our say a general rotation pattern, and then we got in a game, and we had to change our pre-game schedule because test result didn't come on time. So instead of making 2 film session and the walkthrough on the floor, we couldn't. So we had to just make 1 film session right before getting on the floor. So it was kind of a reacting every time to something different. But at the end of the day, we got the W. So who cares?
You guys always, as an organization, have the next man up mentality, but usually that's in reference to the players and the roster when someone gets hurt or whatever. It seems like you guys are being tested in terms of next man up, and the coaching staff recently with Chris going to Minnesota, and then obviously everything that's happened the last couple of days. Have you learned anything about the sort of resiliency of your staff during this last week?
Well, I've learned, first of all, that Coach Nurse system in terms of handling the whole situation. I'm not talking about X and O's now. I'm talking about handling, the coaches group and the organization is extremely efficient, because if we could face up this crisis, let's say this situation, which happened basically nighttime, it means that we could basically try and face any situation in the future that we'll be fine. I mean, we'll not lose, but we'll be fine to approach the emergency and try to do our best. And the second thing, of course, that everybody were really committed. Everybody were really willing to help from home. Here, the players probably felt that we were kind of going through an emergency, so they stepped up and they multiplied their effort because of that. So I am really, really thankful to everybody, because everybody was putting a piece of their effort and talent in this win.
Thanks, Sergio. Congrats again.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks.
Next question goes to Stephen Lung from Sportsnet.
Hey, Sergio. Let's echo what everyone else says. Congratulations on the win. I was just wondering, like Kyle Lowry said on the broadcast that he got the game ball and he's going to give it straight to you. Do you have the ball? And like, what does that mean to you? Like, I'm sure you have like tons and tons of game balls all over the span of your career.
Yeah, Kyle is always extremely attentive to those details, to those little things which really make a difference to make a team feel like a family and like a group of people who are really taking care for each other. And I really appreciate that. And I will keep that basketball very close to other important basketball that my players gave to me after, a medal or a championship or whatever. So it's going to be really top even if it's not the championship basketball, but it's going to be really, really top in my, priority in my window when I will be able to create a little museum of all my stuff, which now are in boxes.
That's absolutely fantastic. Just one more from me. But have you got an indication here about like perhaps like how long perhaps this like this interim, or I guess sort of interim head coach gig will last? Like how long perhaps like Nick and the others may be in quarantine for?
I really don't know. I mean, we are, as I said, we are going on the fly. We are trying to make a plan for the next day. And at this point, it's more than enough to make sure what we know what we can do the next day. But this is something which is a good take within the bad situation we are going through. Everybody, all over the world, we are learning that we have tools and capacity to react to really weird situation, to emergency situation, which are really happening at nighttime. Like this, or I imagine 100 more that happen all over the world to every person, every company, every sports club or whatever. So we are learning that we sometimes we love to have a great plan, going from day one to the last one. It's good to know that we are able to react to different circumstances, and we learn how to not to panic, and try to face what's going on with a positive attitude.
Great. Thanks a lot, Sergio. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen. We'll go to Aaron Rose from SportsIllustrated.com.
Hey, Sergio, congrats on the win. I'm just wondering how much communication you had with the rest of the coaching staff, with Nick and all the other guys in quarantine during the game. Did you chat with them at halftime or anything, or is that all off limits?
No, Coach Nerd was extremely clear from the very beginning. Said we are doing exactly what we normally do. We have a coaches meeting before. It was, of course, virtual instead of live like we normally do. But once we set our gameplay, well, we have to talk when we found out that Pascal was not going to play. So we had to make an adjustment. I make a proposal. Nick liked it, and from then on we just went ahead with the guy we had on board. That's the way you make your guys feel responsible and motivated, to do their job. I mean, you show that you trust them. You show that you are letting them take their decision on the floor. Of course, as I said at the beginning, this is always a teamwork. I mean, we are not going in a game doing all of a sudden something different from what we planned, or what we have to, of course, make in-game adjustment, but always within our system. It's not only a matter of discipline; it's because we trust our system. This system proved to be a winning one and a solid one. So we have really no problem to stick with that and to be consistent with what we work every day.
Has he texted you or spoken to you? Have you been on the phone with him since the game was over? Did he reach out and say good job?
Not yet. I will give him a call. I will make sure that I get tested first. This is my first test. I don't want to make a mistake right now. We can't afford that. And then for sure we'll talk.
All right. Congrats again.
Thanks, Aaron. We've got two more for you, Coach. First, we'll go to Christos from Sports DNA in Greece.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Christos, thank you.
I would like to ask you, how special day is this for you? And from 1 to 10, how you rate it?
Well, you know what? It's always like this. Is the other people who are making it feel that it's special, because you are so focused on what you had to do. Try not to duck it up, in a special responsibility that you don't have too much time to think about other, emotions and again, we had to react to many different things which happened during the day. So we were really 99% focused on what we had to do, and we didn't have too much time or mind space to lose concentration or think about this is special thing. Of course, is something different. I mean, is something which I never wanted to happen for this reason. But once it happened, the only thing I had to do is do my job and try to help in my little spot to help the team to get a win.
And also, you won a lot with the Spanish national team. You won an NBA championship with the Toronto Raptors. Now you won a game as a head coach. Who's the next target, the next goal of you?
Next target is prepare with my colleagues a solid game plan and try to get another win day after tomorrow. I mean, I don't think too much long term. I am really happy with what I do, and I don't look backward to what we have accomplished, what I done. I mean, I consider myself lucky. I had great organizations, great coaches around, great players. So just make sure that we are going to prepare well and get ready to beat our next opponent here in Tampa.
Congratulations again, coach. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
We've got one more for you, coach. It goes to JC Rivas from Agencia F.
Hola, Sergio. Julio César Rivas, de la Agencia F.
Hola, Julio, ¿qué tal?
Enhorabuena, en primer lugar.
Gracias.
Antes del partido me decía Bobby Webster que hacías mucho más en los Raptors que para lo que habías venido, que inicialmente habías venido para ofrecer una visión internacional, pero que habías sobrepasado todas las expectativas y que proporcionabas mucho más al equipo. Con toda tu experiencia, ¿qué es lo que te proporciona a ti? ¿Qué es lo que te ha proporcionado a los Raptors?
Muchísimas cosas. Una experiencia increíble la de poder estar en el mejor baloncesto del mundo, en una organización extremadamente eficaz, pero a la vez con un tono familiar y con un buen rollo, ¿no? Dentro del equipo, entre el front office, el staff, los jugadores. Así que una gran experiencia en general. Obviamente he aprendido mucho de baloncesto, de gestión, de cosas que se hacen bien aquí y que se podrían hacer mejor en Europa, y también he aprendido cosas que se podrían hacer mejor aquí también, pero que no siempre puedes hacerlo, ¿no? Y también he aprendido, desde luego, que uno, si se adapta, si deja su ego en un rincón, puede perfectamente pasar, como le pasa a muchos entrenadores de aquí. En Europa se ve mucho más difícil, ¿no?, hacer esto, pero aquí sucede mucho más a menudo, ¿no?, de poder pasar con lealtad, con eficacia, con profesionalidad, del rol de primer entrenador al rol de ayudante entrenador y viceversa, con naturalidad.
Y finalmente, los jugadores, ¿cómo te han tratado? ¿Te han hecho alguna broma? ¿Se han portado bien contigo?
No, han sido extremadamente respetuosos. Al final me han celebrado con la entrega del balón del partido, con una mini fiesta en el vestuario. Han estado muy amables, muy cariñosos, pero antes y durante el partido extremadamente profesionales, que es como hay que ser, porque teníamos que ganar un partido difícil.